Guys, do me a favor. Let me bring the chat up real quick. Guys, do me a favor. Leave a 1 down up into the chat if you can hear and or see me. Damn it. Apparently there's beef. Okay, apparently there's issues. Apparently there's I'm just so confused right now, guys. I am so oh shit, hold on. We gotta fix the feng shui in here, baby. Hold on. See, I go off on a trip and I forget like all of the tasks and things that I used to do in order to get ready for for whatever it is that I need to get ready for. Let me make sure that the room smells and is infused with apricot before we officially get started. Hello. Oh God, guys, do me a favor. Leave a 1 down up into the chat so that I know that you can hear and or see me. We got to have a conversation here today. And guys, before I woke up here today, my plan was, I got a video that's cooking right now and it is a banger. It is a monster. I have a video that's cooking right now and I had been alerted to a stream that was about me from fellow content creator, Coach Greg Adams. Now, let me say a couple of things before we get into this stream right here, because guys, I'm disappointed. You know what I mean? There's allegations of, I don't know if the correct word is like plagiarism or if the correct word is just copying. There's allegations that are out there. And it's like odd because I'm in this weird space as a content creator where it's like either you just ignore different things, right, that people say and are about you, and you just cut through that noise and continue on delivering value. Right, but at the same time, the negative portion of that is that then there's these ideas that stay and that are, permeate within the space. And, but the opposite of that is to address these different things, have a conversation about that. But then effectively what you're doing is introducing an audience to someone else. Now, but here's the difference with all of this. I've talked about this brother before. I've talked about this brother before. A lot of times, to be honest with you, since I've been a content creator, I've talked about this brother before. Now, when I've gone over his content before in the past, it's typically debates. He's a fantastic debater, and he gets up on these, different things. And, whether it was the Andrew Wilson debate that he did. And here's the thing. I try to always look at things from a critical perspective, a critical lens, as if to say, I hear what person A is saying. I hear what person B is saying. What is it that I think, or what are the solutions that we can learn out of that? But I always tell you guys, it's a critical discussion channel. I don't have all of the correct answers of everything, but let's have this conversation. Let's have this discussion. All the way back to several years ago, when he did content with Hafiz, was the brother's name. And that was a legendary, that was a legendary stream, and as well as a legendary beatdown that CGA at the time had to a very newly married Hafiz of the, what was their podcast called? They had a platform on YouTube. I forget the name of it. I forget it. I'm getting old. Nevertheless, though, I've talked about this brother in the past, and he feels as though he's not getting his just due. He feels as though I'm like copying him or overstepping him, and it has to do with me going abroad to Thailand and having my experience, talking about my experience, and then coming back here. When I was there, I shared my experience, and then coming back here, I shared my experience. And I just don't know if this is real. Like, I don't know if this is the Roommates. Thank you so much. The Roommates podcast. It's been so long now. I don't know if this is a real thing. So it's kind of like you're in this weird space of just ignoring things, but you let these issues, these ideas kind of permeate, and then also addressing these things. And then people in the audience thinks that there's like a beef or something like that. Let me also address it right now. Although I said beef in order to kind of introduce this, there's no beef or anything like that. But I definitely wanted to address the different things that he's saying, because I can't believe some of the things that he is saying. And right, like, so we're going to have to go through it. Shout out to everybody that's coming down here in the building. What is this, the second live in 2 weeks? Your boy over here is working. Shout out to the folks that are coming through. I didn't give much of a warning. I should probably advertise it on Instagram. Now I'm live right now, so we can all chat about it. I didn't give much of a warning to this. So people are going to slowly continue to trickle in here, and they're probably gonna be rewinding all the way back to the beginning of this, and they're saying, and they're trying to figure out what it is that is going on here. But I want to address these different types of things because I don't know if he's doing this from a content perspective, because in my mind, it's just like, bro, if you thought all of these different things, you could send me a message. We're all easily reachable. We can have a meeting of the minds. We can have a conversation. But what I often see in the space is just kind of like, there's enough room to go around. Why are not more of us, in a collaboration? And here's the thing, I get it to a degree, which is why I stepped away from collaborating with people as much, because it's like it's a dog eat dog world over here in the content game, baby. And I just don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people want to get you canceled for the oddest things, right? Or they see you doing something fantastic and they want to latch onto that in order to try to propagate things that they're doing. I don't know if it's so much as that or he actually believes these different things, but I think that it's very important to go back in and just have a different discussion, right? One where we can have a meeting of the minds and we can all figure out together whether or not the things that this brother is saying actually make sense with what is actually going on and what is actually happening. Listen, let me see. Let me check out some of these comments. Guys, do me a favor, click on the like button. Because, your boy is, just getting back. He's not current. He's damn sure not in the live stream algorithm anymore. But your boy needs to get back in the live stream algorithm as well as the VOD algorithm. Let me check some of my assets over here. It's just interesting. Okay, so here goes a portion of the story. So as you guys know, I went over to Thailand, and at the time that I made that original video, I knew that I wanted to go away, and then I just said bump it because I had been to Phuket 10 years before, and I absolutely loved my time there. At the time, I went with my boys, but I was 30 years old, and now I returned back 10 years later with a completely different perspective, because now I have a perspective of somebody that's been through death of my most important relationship within my life. So I talked about it at that time. Shout out to my bro AMS, okay? AMS had his own thoughts, his own perspectives. He uploaded a video, okay, saying something like MTR is now a passport, bro. And he had his own points and perspectives that were different than mine. Now, I appreciate AMS, not only because he did that video, but then also I've had private conversations with AMS. We did dinner together. He's such a smart and intelligent brother, okay? And I appreciated that when addressing me, he was, very respectful, right? Like, because there's no reason to go each other's necks like that. But he had his points and I had mine. And what I said at the time is that the audience benefits or receives or gains value off of that, because you guys just get the information and you get to do with the information whatever it is in order to try to enhance or increase your current life, okay? So I did those different videos. AMS just did a separate video. And for like 50%, I went back, I watched some of that video. I was like, damn, I'm like laughing throughout 50% of this video because AMS is an absolutely hilarious guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, I should probably turn down the laughing so much so that they can hear exactly what the people are saying. So CGA just did a reaction based off of that. And he's accusing me of copying him. Right? So guys, put a 1 down up into the chat. Well, hit on that like button, okay? Hit on that like button, number 1. Boom. Because I don't want to belabor the point, but so much, we're like 10 minutes in. Hit on the like button, all right? And guys, drop me a 1 down up into the chat if you're ready for me to go through his actual live stream where he talked about these different things. Put it down up into the chat. Take me back to Thailand, baby. I didn't have to deal with none of this shit. As I woke up each and every morning, all right? Watch the sunrise, all right, on the beach, you heard? All right, decided to go shirt out with my bare nipples out, running up on the beach, getting my fitness on just real quick, you understand me? Came up to a pretty young thing. I say, hey, what's up? How are you doing? I feel like we need a side cam for that. Hey, what's up, baby girl? How you doing? All right. Us talking a little bit. Going over to breakfast. You hungry, baby girl? I got you. I got you. You understand me? And just making a whole day out of it. You understand? Yeah, right? Tell her around 2 p.m., hey, listen, I got some shit to do. Go on a 3-4 hour massage binge. I didn't have to think about none of this, okay? But apparently now I have to sort of address, and I guess I don't have to address any of this shit over here, right? What I could do is just keep on going, turn a blind eye, which, you know, guys, shout out to viraltovalue.com. It's my new initiative. It's my new curriculum. I have a small section in there where I talked about dealing with like internet beef and like all of these different things. And perhaps I need to create an entirely bigger news section on how to deal with these things and kind of the cost benefit analysis within that of what you need to assess in order to understand whether or not you should address certain things. Maybe I'll go up in there and add that in here right now. But shout out to everybody that's been picking up the Viral to Value. It is a link to it down in the description box down below, by the way. If you want additional information, because I take everything that I built up in here over the past 8 years, and this stuff is nowhere up on the YouTube streets or platforms or written in any books. I take all of this stuff right here and I put it in curriculum format so you guys can copy me to achieve the same success, if not more, that I have, okay? viraltovalue.com. I need to expand that section, apparently, you heard. So anyway, listen, I saw a bunch of ones that's not up in there. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. You know, I listen, I don't want to have to, I'm just disappointed, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many other ways to go about this and to address this different things, but I think maybe he's just prioritizing the content. And, you know, I typically don't go back and forth with people, right? Like, I think, I can't remember anyone that I've gone back and forth with that's in like the man-centric, you know, that have the man-centric space. You know, I typically don't go back and forth, but you know, I'm SideQuest MTR at this stage of my content career. You understand me? I have a little bit more time to have fun with it and address some of these things. So let me address it. Let me address some of these super chats, and then let's get right up into the content and get into, you know, why it is that I'm saying that I am disappointed. Okay, let's go. Oh, shout out to the Crib 8. See, I turned down the air horn. I saw in the last live show. I'm like, damn, that shit is loud. I turned it down some. Shout out to the Crib 8 with the $20 super chat. Yo, MTR. Let no one stifle your life experiences that promotes positive life change. I appreciate that because just like I said, you know, I don't understand the logic of this, okay? Because I went over there and I had experiences, right? Like, do you now have a monopoly on those experiences, right? Like, is it only you that can talk about epiphanies and things like that you have found? Okay. It's sort of like within this, what did I say? I said that I want to talk about this, and I said this on Richie Mack's stream because I know that the information the epiphanies that I've come up to, this will save people's lives. Okay, I don't have a business associated with what it is that I'm saying. I don't have a book associated. I don't have what the things that I'm saying. There's no business associated with what I'm saying. I just wanted to just talk about these things, okay? Because it was my epiphany and I just wanted to share them. He's incentivized a little bit differently, I guess. So it kind of is what it is. But I knew that I was going to save people's lives. Similarly, when I talked about my cancer diagnosis 4-ish years ago. So if someone else comes out and they have a cancer diagnosis, am I going to get up on these internet streets and be like, no. God damn it. No, motherfucker. I was the first cancer diagnosis. Don't you understand? I was the first one to do it. You better give me my respect. You better give me my respect. I was the first one to do it. You can't do that. You can't do that. I got a feeling that they copying me, baby. I sequester the cancer diagnoses. You get your right nut cut out to remove the cancer. That's my shit right there. Everybody, they copying me. They copying me, baby. Understand the originator of the testicular cancer, baby. Understand where this shit was birthed from. Y'all can't do it after me. The nerve of you cowards. That's what I'm feeling like right here. You understand? That's what I'm feeling like. CJ, you could have hit me up, brother. I've done so much great content on you. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Okay, let me get back to the super chat. Shout out, my brother. Let no one stifle your life experiences that promotes positive life change. Thank you so much, my guy. CJ ain't got ish on you, nor he just saw that. Here's the thing. I don't want to make this a competition. To me, this is not a competition. There's way more to go around for everybody. I don't know if it's in his like content strategy to like beef or hate. It's not mine, right? Like, so it's not mine. So this is weird for me. Like, I feel icky even having to talk about this, to be honest with you. But I don't want to make this a competition. The brother is super smart, and he has valuable things to contribute and valuable advice. Super valuable. Right? Like, it's not me or him. If you want to listen to what he's saying, go over there and go listen to him. If you want to listen to what I'm saying, come over here and come listen to me. There's plenty enough to go around. Like, like it's kind of actually reminds me of like when Kevin Samuels started to bubble. And I'm not accusing him of this because I don't know. In no disrespect to him, I don't watch Coach Greg Adams. But when Kevin Samuels started to bubble, there was a bunch of people that came out of nowhere like, oh, he stole this, that, and the third. And I don't know. I don't want to get into the specific instances of people saying this, okay, about him. But I will say is that I'm just disappointed, bro. Like, I've never said anything ill of Coach Greg Adams at all. I've said nothing ill of him. But anyway, shout out to I Am Jermaine 21. What's up, baby? If you need someone to blame, I am your man. Blame you for what, baby? I can't blame you for something you didn't do. All right. Shout out to Beating Cheeks. Beating Cheeks is crazy. How did you make that past the YouTube name title algorithm? All right. But you did. Okay. I might have to hire you to title some of my videos. You understand? There might be a business opportunity there, is what I'm trying to say. I was in Thailand first. Ask permission next time. Order. Where my gavel at? Order. I guess I'm gonna have to run it by him next time that I want to go abroad. I guess I don't know what the issue is. I'm convinced MTR. Shout out my brother for the $5 super chat. These ninjas are content. I don't want to put that on him. He could have reached out to me personally. I've never seen a communication from him. They owe you a check. No, he don't owe me nothing. I don't owe him nothing. I got over 3,300 videos on my channel that I created myself with this. And the different strategies that I utilize in viraltovalue.com, guys, feel free to go over there. Click the link down in the description box down below. Immense value over there. Shout out to everybody that's been picking them up. They've been flying off of the shelves, okay? 3,300 videos, right? Like, and it was even more during the Pop the Balloon era. I took all of those down. Those are currently not in the analytics. I don't owe him anything. He don't owe me anything, okay? They better start calling you the trailblazer. Keep it up. I'll be honest. You guys know, I don't even want that terminology. I'm humble about mine. There's things that I've done in this space that was the first to do it. I was the first one to come down up in here and talk to women about this content. I don't say I'm the trailblazer. Kevin Samuels, you talking to women on live streams, mother. Cut me my check. Fresh and Fit, you talking to women in the studio. Cut me my check. No, it could be iterations based off of what it is that was, right? Like, I would never get up on here and this would be my content strategy. But, you know, we different people. We different people, and he's choosing to do this. But I want to go through his comments in order to try to understand exactly the points of positions that he has, you know, because I'm just disappointed. You know what I'm saying? I'm just disappointed. Damn, son. Oh, what up, Patience? Patience, I can't say your last name effectively. Is the G silent? Bedema. Patience G Bedema? I feel like y'all gonna cook me on my pronunciation. Shout out to Patience. She was on Pop the Balloon like a year and a half ago at this particular junction. Every time I see her up in here, she always shows me love, support, as well as respect. Shout out for the $100 super chat. Yo, y'all gonna let the ladies come up in here and drop big dick on the table, you heard? Shout out. No disrespect to you, Patience. You know what I'm saying? But thank you so much for the love, the support, as well as the respect. But she came through and said, "Nah, son." She said, "Yeah, nah, son. We gonna make sure that the brother MTR know he's appreciated. You understand me? He gonna make sure he's appreciated. If they got your names in their mouths, it must taste pretty sweet. You know, there might be a business reason for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, It just might be a business reason, but it is what it is. Keep doing your thing, MTR. The internet loves to confuse disagreement with relevance. Scripture right there. But all of that attention means people are watching and actually listening. Looking forward to more content. Thank you so much, Patience, for the $100 super chat. Thank you so much for your support over the last couple of years. You know what I'm saying? And let me also say this as well. I think most of you know this, is that I am in the Atlanta area, and I've been thinking about doing Red Cup Talk yet again. Okay, I've been thinking about doing Red Cup Talk again. If you are in the Atlanta area or forwarders or someone that's in the Atlanta area, ladies that are down up in here, if you guys want to come up, and I sit right here, and you sit right here, and we encroach on these conversations again, hit me up. Send me a DM, send me an email. It might be necessary, you understand me? It might be necessary to bring. I feel my swag after coming back from the lightness that I feel after coming from abroad, yo. I'm like, the creativity is just blossoming. And it's because I'm out of production mode. I'm out of production mode, okay? Because I see the light abroad. I'm out of production mode, which allows me to get into creativity mode. Oh, we're going to get creative. We're going to get even more creative as we continue out into 2026. But thank you so much, Patience, for the $100 super chat. I wonder, is Patience... Because Patience, she was on Pop the Balloon and absolutely killed it. I mean, it was like a mini viral moment based off of... Moderators, can y'all find that link of Patience from... Oh, wait, no, I can't do it because they're going to copyright it. But anyway, she had a mini viral moment because of the way that she interacted with the young man that was choosing. I wonder whatever happened with the relationship. We'll talk behind scenes, okay? Shout out to Beaten Cheeks again for the $2 super chat. I'll work for you for free for a few months, no cap. Hey, listen, bro, you're going to get the game from me. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get the game from me, my guy. Come on, son. Shout out to D. Lloyd. Damn, y'all are lighting up the super chats. I appreciate the love, guys. All I know is your content plus KS got me on a path of improvement, and now I'm happily married. Hope you got a prenup, my guy, okay? Because, we have that conversation as well. All right. I don't want to, now I'm happily married. Now I'm furthering the improvement plan. Stay active. Hell yeah. At what point do you guys think that I should transition to let's get active to stay active, even though stay active don't really have the branding zing of a let's get active? Damn it. Did Coach Greg Adams say let's get active first? Did he say the word active? If there's any words in his book of the word active, apparently I'm besmirching his name, by the way. Apparently he should feel slighted because I used the word active. Coach Greg Adams, I didn't know. I don't watch your content, baby. That's no disrespect, baby. All right? I don't watch your content. I haven't read your book. Ah, God. Why? Why? Damn it, man. Disappointment. We got to get into the content, but you guys are lighting up the super chats right now. But shout out to D. Lloyd. I appreciate the love, support, as well as respect. Guys, do me a favor, hit on that like button, and we gonna get into the reaction, okay? We gonna get into the reaction. Shout out to Bohemia though with the avatar, with the avatar is crazy. The community. That's the community in a nutshell. Crabs in a barrel. You make strong content and you're killing it. Keep doing you. Let go. Yeah, I'm going to continue on cutting through the noise and just keep on just, you know what I mean? It just is what it is. I'm just disappointed with this accusation. All right, guys, please stop with the super chats right now. I want to get into the content. Y'all know I like to riff off of the super chats. Shout out to Quiones for the $100 super chat. There is enough pie for everyone. Why do ninjas always want their pie and your pie too? I don't understand. I am so confused. I don't understand. I'm just so confused. I don't understand. But it's just, I guess this is the brother's content strap. Maybe I'm tripping. I'm gonna try to look at his live stream. We're all gonna look at it together, and we're gonna try to figure this all out together. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. All right, guys, do me a favor. Put a 1 down into the chat if you're ready to get active on it. Make sure that you guys can hear me correctly. But shout out to everybody that's coming down up in here. Guys, feel free to share the stream. I know that I've barely gone active over the past, gone live over the past years. So, it is what it is. So I hate that I have to do this. I wish that we can have more of an accords of talking about something as important of your life, like the remainder of your life. The idea of that the new American dream is going to be to leave America. The idea of, man, bump 65 years old. What is it that you have to do in order to, right, the life that you have to live in order to create enough value where you can retire at about 40 or 45 years of age? What are the things that you have to do that? So let's get active on this, okay? I see the ones that's not up into the chat. Thank you guys for the love, support, and respect to start off the stream. But let's get right into it. All right. Now this is about I guess like 12 minutes into the stream. He has music like in the beginning, and then he's starting the stream up, and really starting the stream up is like our worst content, because we're getting our feet under our leg. We're getting our feet up under us, trying to get started with the idea. Let's start about here, and let's start to talk about this.
I'm going to say, don't travel just for women. And then I proceeded to mention the amount of things that you can learn while traveling. All right. Which is one, getting a sense of independence. Now, if you want to read the rest in the book, you can read in there. But I talked about getting cultural development, learning the community, and having learning how other people treat you, to open your mind to how small you are in the United States compared to how different you are treated overseas. Yeah. Right. You
land of the smiles, baby.
Have to know.
That's just Thailand, by the way. That's the nickname for Thailand, but there's so many other places to go. And I said this on my video before, like just the idea that, this air of having to prove yourself is not there as it was in the States for me. Anyway, let's keep getting into it.
This already existed. In fact, a person like MTR, which I've always had a sense of him not giving my just due.
Why? Coach Greg Adams, why? CGA, why? What is it that you expect for me to do or expect for me to say? You do content with people, and if it's debates, I will react, because I think that those are crazy interesting. When you did the debate with Hafiz, dog, what are you talking about? I'm so confused by this. But we could go back up into it. Let's listen to a little bit more. Let's listen.
I've always had a sense of him not giving my just due, for a long time. In fact, I've always believed that it would be odd that I would cover a certain topic on my show, and then later that moment or later that afternoon, even before my live stream was off, a segment of my show would be featured on his main topic. Now, of course, he would get better numbers than me because I'm demonetized, right? My numbers don't go very far. And I noticed that was going on quite a bit, and I called it out quite a bit. And since then, it has stopped. It has stopped. Let's just say it has stopped. I would say
let me just address that right here, because I'm so surprised that he's saying this. And again, I have no idea what he's talking about. CGA, I have never copied you. What people don't understand about the content game is that when major topics happen, there's going to be a lot of people that speak about a particular topic, okay? Because let's say, who else is in this? A Poor Man's Podcast. Who else does VOD reaction? He's a live streamer. I'm not even a live streamer. Who else does an Abba and Preach, right? I'm just giving examples of like different commentary folks. I don't think because I do a topic and then Abba and Preach does a topic that they are copying me. Now, there's been times where I do a topic and then they do a topic that's the same topic. I wouldn't think that they are copying me. That's not what I would say. But there were popular things that happen all within the content landscape that people talk about. I would love for him, if he's really saying, and he really believes in this, give some examples and then also cross-reference those examples with the particular talking points that I'm actually saying. But I vehemently do not agree with this whatsoever. And I would hope that, let me not say that. Let's just keep.
I haven't noticed it much in the last year or two.
Okay, right, let me say this. I have 3,300 videos that's on the channel right now between live streams and pre-recorded content, VOD content. What is he? How much of those videos does he say that I'm trying to copy from him? What percentage? Is he trying to say 50%, 40%, 30? Is he saying 1%? Is he saying 1% of the videos that I copied for him? I'm disappointed.
Going on quite a bit, and I called it out quite a bit, and since then it has stopped. It has stopped. Let's just say I would say I haven't noticed it much in the last year or two.
Okay, so he's watching the content. He's watching the channel. Again, brother, no disrespect to you. I don't watch your content. I don't watch the channel. I don't watch what you're doing. I believe that he's demonetized. If I'm copying him, his points and positions, wouldn't that lead me down a road of demonetization as well? That's not even a wise choice to do, even from a content perspective. It's not even a wise thing to do, even from a content perspective. But if he wants to say these things, and again, let me give you guys another example. I have people that have straight up copied thumbnails from my channel. Okay. Straight up took my thumbnail and lifted it and put it on their videos, and they had hundreds of thousands of subscribers. When I've seen that happen, I've sent them an email. I've never talked about it publicly. I've never called them out publicly. I say, hey, bro, I see that you lifted my email. I mean, that you lifted my thumbnail. Are you going to give me any credit, or like, what's going on with that? My bad, bro. And then took it off and then went forward within that. I wouldn't think that it would be a part of content strategy, because I'm not trying to attach myself to them. I'm not trying to say, negative things publicly about them. It's just not what it is that I do or even try to do. But if this is what he's saying, and I don't know, has he said this before about me? I don't know.
All right, but there was a lot of that going on. And someone explained possibly that the subject matter that I was covering, he has a group in community that gives him topics as well.
But I used to have a Discord server.
Weird, because when I covered it, he covered it. All right, I would cover it in the morning, and by the afternoon, he would already have ripped off a video, right?
Dog.
So I'm like, this is crazy. Right? This is weird. But I covered it. I called it out many times for people to know about this, and addressed it, and it hasn't happened since.
Does he say other people copied him as well? I don't know.
Right.
Whatever.
So
let's listen.
For people who don't realize and don't have time to cover what goes on in these YouTube space.
Okay.
And I'm often reluctant to talk about other people that are centered around men, right?
Okay.
Meaning that they're male manosphere adjacent, they're red pill. I typically don't call out names.
Okay.
Because I'm not here for beef, right?
Okay.
I'm not here for beef. I'm not here to call out a person, because what'll happen is everybody has their factions. And what'll happen is people will just say, oh, you're just jealous of this person. And they'll just look at the numbers and look at your numbers and say, oh, you're trying to punch up and he would never punch down. They'll probably say, oh, he's more popular than you. He doesn't know who you are. There's a segment of the internet that thinks that someone doesn't know who another person is, right? Which is weird. All right. I've had that happen when it came to Pearl Davis, Myron Gaines.
I've reacted to your videos. He doesn't
watch you. He doesn't even know who you are. And you're like, really? And you have to produce the receipts to say, yeah, Myron came from this CGA philosophy, like, and amongst other men, we were influencers. Now, just because they have more numbers and bigger audience doesn't mean they don't know who you are. And this happens a lot, especially when it comes to me. People often remember other people in this space for better reasons, right?
Okay.
And they'll say that these people were pioneers, and oftentimes I miss out on being mentioned in this case. Now, I don't want to always be mentioned and coveted as someone that has brought critical critique on how men should live and how men should live under a post-modern feminist society, right? I don't need to be named all the time, but I'm sitting here living in front of you and watching a lot of people just forget my name. You know what I mean? Just forget me. And you're just like,
Is he saying that this is what I do to him?
All right. And somebody says, I saw on MTR on Zoom on Thailand, and that Python remote passport teacher guy was in CGA's community. Who? He was on Zoom live and was low-key pressing MTR. So you're talking about Zoom to Thailand.
Wait, what?
And that Python remote passport teacher guy was in CGA's community. he was on Zoom Live and was low-key pressing MTR. So you're talking about Zoom to Thailand was pressing MTR. Shout out to Zoom to Thailand.
I have no idea what he's talking about. Zoom to Thailand was impressing me. We set up to do a live stream and we had a conversation. I don't know what he's talking about. Python. I have no idea what he's talking about right now. Shout out to Zoom to Thailand. Let me try to understand this, okay? You know what? Let me say that. Let me just.
But when I hear people just completely miss what I've contributed in terms of the message consistently, like I haven't died, right? I've continued to put messages out. My message in my catalog is unique and diverse.
Okay.
And I'm sitting still here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But people often forget my name. They actually want to forget who was a major contributor to the space in terms of providing brand information.
Okay.
Unique branded information.
Unique, as if, okay.
The marriage will. Men are in love, women are in business. You see other people take bits of my messages and run with it and act like they didn't hear CGA say it.
Okay, so he's saying all of this about other people, none of which I don't know who exactly he's talking about, but let's just keep listening.
Free agent lifestyle.
Okay.
You start to see, there's hundreds of them. If I could sit here and do it, but I'm not gonna here to toot my own horn. There's millions of things that I've said. Yeah, millions. Man. That people just run with it and forget to say, yeah, CGA. They'll give Orion the credit for saying all men pay when I had been saying it for years, and he had even been watching the show and super chatting, and then they'll give him the credit. Oh, he's a major philosopher today. And you're like, that's weird. Like, y'all didn't hear me saying it. You did hear me saying it because you guys thought you guys provided your feedback related to that. Right?
Okay. I do. So effectively, he's setting up that people, I guess, forget about him and whatever. So he's setting up that essentially that is what I have done, okay? That I have copied something of him. Now, mind you, this is me just going to Thailand and talking about my experiences. Now, there's a portion of me that's like, is he being serious? Is he being serious? Or is this a content thing where he's talking about me or utilizing me as to say I'm copying off of him? Is this a content thing or is this a real thing? That's what I'm trying to figure out right here. Let's continue on listening.
You get this feeling that there is a certain group of people that treat me as an outsider. You know what I mean? Like I'm still an outsider.
And just FYI, I've never had a one-on-one conversation with CGA.
When it comes to this shit. And people will just take my shit and rebrand it and remix the shit. And I'm just like, what?
Okay.
And people are going to say, Coach, you tripping.
Okay. Let's hear the evidence.
Tripping. But I'm like, I'm not tripping on this one. So
okay, he's not tripping. I
just came back from breakfast.
Okay.
And as I said, I've been in Aruba here for about 4 days. I have a couple of more days to go.
Aruba's probably beautiful. Oh, Aruba's probably beautiful. I was in St. Martin 2025. One of my boys had a bachelor party over there. And man, I want to get back to the ABC Islands. Yo, it was so beautiful over there. And the same thing from an economic perspective. It's way cheaper to be, these different places. Costa Rica. Sorry, I was in Costa Rica in 2025. I was in St. Martin in 2024. Apologies, I got that mixed up. But here's the thing, right? Like, I'd want to hear about the brother's Aruba trip. Shit a game is when it comes to that, but instead he's copying off of me.
Okay.
Golly.
And
okay.
I was resting. I have the young lady here. We were going to go out. It's one of our easy days, what we call Tranquilo.
Okay.
Tranquilo. It's a relaxing day.
Okay.
Before we go out and hit the pavement hard.
Hold on. Let me put this at 1.25.
Hit the nightclubs and all of that shit in Aruba. And I said, let me check in on YouTube.
Okay.
Let me check in on YouTube. And I saw a video that I'm going to show you. The video was this is who the video was by. So I had to backtrack what happened. I was like, what happened?
Okay.
Well, apparently Alpha Male Strategies, who I've collabed with.
Shout out to Amos.
Had a critical critique of MTR.
Yes.
And then I had to backtrack and say, what was he critiquing? Okay. And it was MTR's Ling Tour.
What?
Okay. It was the Lean tour that MTR went on. Now, I was aware of that. And
Lean?
I don't know, it came across, I guess maybe on a few streams before I left
the
United States. And I saw that MTR went on a Lean tour. And I was like, oh, okay, he's going to Thailand.
What's a lean tour?
Just to be fair, I was late to the game on Thailand, but I also had traveled prior to that. But I was getting my feet wet all over the world over the past 5 years.
Okay.
Right. I was getting my feet wet over the world the past 5 years.
Okay.
So eventually going to 25 countries or 20 to 25 countries.
Oh, Ling tour. I thought he said lean. I'm like, dog, I'm not doing drugs over there.
All right. And one of the places that I went on a Ling tour.
Ling tour. Right? Okay.
So, and I went on 2 Ling tours, and I'm going to go on a 3rd one here in a couple of weeks. So the Ling tour.
Well, I guess technically this was my second one because I was in Phuket 10 years before. But let's keep going.
Of 2 tours, me going to Far Asia and Southeast Asia, and then the next one going to Southeast Asia and more Southeast Asia. And everybody saw it. You've seen it on the internet.
Okay.
It's what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you saw what the tour was.
Okay.
Well, apparently,
NTR I did not see it.
To Thailand. Okay. And he had his epiphany.
Sure.
And he realized what was going on. And, you know, we talk about what you should do when you travel, why it's important to travel, and you're going to see a different world.
Yes.
Some of the points that he covered in there.
Okay.
Was him talking about what he learned about how being treated well in Thailand.
Yes.
Alpha Male Strategies took exception to this.
Yes.
And he produced a video calling out some things that he felt MTR missed out or overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to get into any of that because I did look and saw that a lot of people reacted to that video.
Yeah.
They're calling Alpha Male Strategies a hater or a plantation bro, which I didn't see that from what I saw. I didn't see that he was hating or being a plantation bro.
No, he didn't.
Because I'm going to cover one thing that Alpha Male Strategies was trying to make MTR or others understand, which I would have somewhat agree.
Yeah. And here's the thing, in the video, I acknowledged his points for his audience that listens to him. And I think that's the amazing thing within this content space is that I may not have a point of position based off of the people that I'm talking about or the context of my conversation, but then he might. But then it's for the audience to just pick and choose based off of that. Shout out to my bro, AMS. Let's go.
NTR comes back with this video.
Yeah.
All right. So then I think NTR responded and then Alpha Male Strategies responded. So now what we're going to watch is now the response to the original response to the response.
Yes.
Of Alpha Male.
Shout out to the content game, baby. VowToValue.com. Link in the description.
Like strategies. But we're only going to look at a little part of the message.
Okay.
Only going to look at a little part of the message.
Just a little bit. All right.
And this is what stuck out to me. It stuck out to me so much.
Come on.
Then I told my señorita, I said, I'm not going by the pool today. I got to jump on live. You know, something just made me jump out of my seat when I heard
he jumped
what I
out.
heard.
All right, let's listen.
When I heard what I heard.
I'm going to listen to it in good faith, guys.
Jump out of my seat. I went over to locals and I was like, am I tripping? Am I tripping? Did I hear MTR literally try to rebrand the free agent lifestyle right in front of my motherfucking face as if this didn't exist? So I went over to my private community group and I said, gentlemen,
damn,
did I hear what I just heard? Did this guy literally just describe the free agent lifestyle and didn't give me credit? See, sometimes when you don't give a person credit, it's sometimes you just don't know or you're not aware.
Where's my soundboard?
But did I just hear you do the colonizer game or the free agent lifestyle?
CGA, no! No, brother, no! The colonizer game? What? The colonizer game, brother. Oh, the colonizer game is so. I'm the white man now. I'm the white man now. I think CGA, we are above this. We are so far above this, brother. I don't know how old CGA. He's probably somewhere near 50. No disrespect to him. You know, if he's less than 50, older than 50. But like the colonizer game is so crazy. Does he have a majority black audience and he's utilizing this idea of colonizer to try to describe what it is that of like me talking about what it is that I'm talking about after coming back from, I think one of the best places to live 40 plus as a young man. Like, colonizer is so crazy. I thought we were so above of like utilizing these kind of racial tropes to describe, right? Like I thought that was a portion of his message when he was talking to, I can't remember. Damn, I'm getting old. My memory is failing me right now. But I thought that he doesn't really dive into all of these black, the blackity black type topics. Okay. But damn, colonizer? I'm a colonizer now. Give me your ideas, motherfucker. I saw you over here with this damn ID. Give me that shit, motherfucker. I'm stealing your shit. It's mine now. Meanwhile, the dudes over here in Europe have been doing the travel aboard, the passport shit decades before Americans have been doing it. So is he angry at them? Is he angry at them for sequestering idea and thought about living life abroad? Like, can you guys tell me, did he do the same thing with Richie Mack of Zoom to Thailand? By the way, I was the first one to react to Richie Mack from Zoom to Thailand. When I started, I was just like, man, I might have to grab that link and go play it. But I put Zoom to Thailand on because I saw his video, I saw the content, I saw the value, and I'm like, yo, this is amazing what's happening over there. And that was like 5 or so years ago. But did he do this also to Richie as to say, well, now Richie can't talk about freedom, right? He can't talk about the bullshit that a lot of us, the propaganda that is exacted on us in the States, and us in the branding and the luxury and the lifestyle, right? And the keeping up with the Joneses. Can he not talk about those things now because he's the first one to do it, and only now he needs to come through me first. He needs to come through the tunnel of CJA. So I have to ordain before he can talk about any of this shit. I am the first one up on base. He's got to come through me, baby. That's it. There's no other answers to this. But anyway, let's listen. We haven't actually gotten to his argument yet. Let's listen to the argument.
Like the free agent lifestyle hasn't existed since 2018. He literally was saying what alpha male strategy
was. So because it existed in 2018, that means that he also had the same energy for Zoom to Thailand? Or is it just energy for me because I have the amount of subscribers that I have? Oh, this content game is... take me back to Thailand, baby. Take me back to paradise, baby. But I was over there, I had to deal with none of this shit right here. Holy moly. Oh, shit. I hit the wrong button.
From the CGA philosophy, like, and amongst other men, we were influencers. Now, just because they have more numbers and bigger audience doesn't mean they don't know who you are. And this happens a lot, especially when it comes to me.
Okay.
People often remember other people in this space for better reasons, right? And they'll say that these people were pioneers, and oftentimes I miss out on being
my bad. I hit the 0 by accident.
Now, I
and
don't
went back.
Always be mentioned and coveted as someone that has brought critical critique.
We heard some of this.
Should live and how men should live under a post-modern feminist society, right? I don't need to be named all the time, but I'm sitting here living.
But I've done reactions off of his content where I vehemently agree with him. I'm gonna bring up
in front of you.
Hold up. Let me bring this up off screen so that we can have the same damn conversation.
Watching a lot of people just forget my name. You know what I mean? Just forget me. And you're just like,
dog,
all right. And somebody says, I saw on MTR on Zoom on Thailand, and that Python remote passport teacher guy was in CGA's community. He was on Zoom live and was low-key and died. Right. I continue to put messages out. My message and my catalog is unique and diverse. And I'm sitting still here. You know what I mean? But people often forget my name. They actually want to forget who was a major contributor to the space in terms of providing brand information, unique branded information.
Okay.
The marriage will. Men are in love, women are in
Sorry,
business.
this is way, this is further back.
There's millions of Orion the credit for saying all men pay when I had been saying it for years, and he had even been watching the show and super chatting, and then they'll give him the credit. Oh, he's a major philosopher today. And you're like, that's weird. Like, y'all didn't hear me saying it. You did hear me saying it because you guys thought you guys provided your feedback related to that. Like, I do get this feeling that there is a certain group of people that treat me as an outsider. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still an outsider when it comes to this shit.
You know what's interesting about that point as well is that I don't know what he's talking about from a group of people, but if you guys have noticed, I'm pretty much a lone ranger as well. Like I don't have groups and associations, and I kind of just came in here and just started to create value. Right? Like, and I don't know if I don't know what he's
take my shit and rebrand it and remix the shit. And just like, what?
I want to hear his points. We got to get to his points of how okay.
Coach, you tripping. But I'm like, I'm not tripping on this one. So
okay.
I just came back from breakfast. And as I said, I've been in Aruba here for about 4 days. I have a couple more days to go.
Okay.
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 And I was said, I was resting. I have the young lady here. We were going to go out. It's one of our easy days, what we call tranquilo. It's a relaxing day before we go out and hit the pavement hard on Thursday night.
I'm trying to find this stream.
And I said, let me check in on YouTube. Let me check in on YouTube.
Sorry, this is way further back than I thought it was.
Okay, right? So, and I went on 2 Lane tours, and I'm going to go on a 3rd one here in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
So the Lane tour consisted of 2 tours, me going to Far Asia and Southeast Asia, and then the next one going to Southeast Asia and more Southeast Asia. And everybody saw it. You've seen it on the internet. It's what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you saw what the tour was. Well, apparently MTR went on a tour to Thailand.
Okay.
And he had his epiphany, and he realized what was going on. And, we talk about what you should do when you travel, why it's important to travel, and you're going to see a different world.
Okay.
Some of the points that he covered in there was him talking about what he learned about how being treated well in Thailand. Alpha Male Strategies took exception to this, and he produced a video calling out some things that he felt MTR missed out on.
Damn, son.
I'm not going to get into any of that because I did look and saw that a lot of people reacted to that video. They're calling Alpha Male Strategies a hater or a plantation bro, which I didn't see that from what I saw. I didn't see that he was hating or being a plantation bro. Because I'm going to cover one thing that Alpha Male Strategies was trying to make MTR or others understand, which I would somewhat agree. Then MTR comes back with this video. All right. So then I think MTR responded, and then Alpha Male Strategies responded.
Okay.
So now what we're going to
left off like right here.
Now the response.
Apologies,
to
guys.
The original response to the response.
Okay.
Of Alpha Male Strategies.
Yes. Let's watch, please.
Look at a little part of the message.
Yes. Okay. We left off here. Apologies, guys.
A little part of the message.
All right.
And this is what stuck out to me. It stuck out to me so much that I told my señorita, I said, I'm not going by the pool today. I got to jump on live. Something just made me jump out of my seat when I heard what I heard.
Okay.
When I heard what I heard, it made me jump out of my seat. I went over to locals and I was like, am I tripping? Am I tripping? Did I hear MTR just literally try to rebrand the free agent lifestyle right in front of my motherfucking face as if this didn't exist?
Okay.
Sometimes you just don't know or you're not aware.
Okay.
On the free agent lifestyle, like the free agent lifestyle hasn't existed since 2018. He literally was saying what Alpha Male Strategies was in 2018, 2019. Then he actually just came back and said, I'm going to rebrand Passport Bros into the free agent lifestyle.
What?
I'm going to present my proof right now. Yeah, what about money, energy, attention, and time? People just changed it and rephrased it, reordered the letters, and called it something else.
I never said that.
Is take a look to see if I'm tripping about this. And we're going to play this.
Let's take a look
first. Then what we're going to do
good faith
is we're going to actually go back to the video to try to get a frame of reference of what's going on.
But
watch this.
Yes, let's watch.
Let's go into this real quick.
Please.
Before I go into the video, I got to say this because what I'm hearing from MTR, and typically what I hear, MTR is not the only one that does this. I think a lot of Americans are doing this recently. What they'll do is they'll go over to these countries and they'll realize how far the dollar stretches. This is what Alpha Male Strategies was talking about, and I completely understood him.
Okay.
Then they'll go over there and realize how much money they have. All right. I actually Googled my income when I was in Thailand, and it said you would live like a king in Thailand.
Dog, I did the same thing too. Listen, I put everything, I made a Google Sheets, I put it all into Claude, and I could not believe my eyes. I could not believe my eyes. I'm like, oh shit, I can stop this now? I can stop this today.
You would represent
and live like a king.
0.01% of the net worth.
Probably more zeros than that.
Of anybody in Thailand, including the king himself. You will live like a king.
Okay, come on.
Yes,
brother.
The services are cheap. Our money would stretch.
Yes.
But there's a lot of Americans trying to get out of the matrix and trying to find a way to survive.
Yes.
I don't consider myself a person wanting to live overseas full time. Okay, because the one thing I have as a problem of living overseas and anywhere, Europe and
I would still want a base here.
The problem I have, same thing in South America, is that everything's too small. All right, everything's too small. I just can't live in such squalor. You know what I mean? I get it. I live in a big
everything's small, including the women.
House. I'm used and accustomed to having
short cervixes
and land and places to walk.
You heard?
And being in
You're gonna be tapping the back of it.
Be stacked on top of each other in a 400 square foot apartment, even if it's $500.
That was a lot.
That's my main.
Let me pull that back.
And give me a moment here because I got to put this air conditioning.
Okay. Come on, CGA.
Crashing.
He be long stroking them like Lee Attorney.
That wealthy individuals or Jews who originally.
Oh, what are we talking about?
Who were living there?
He's not talking about me.
I'm never right. Hey, here's the deal, bro. Go take a hike.
Okay.
You want it? Nah, fuck that.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't.
Are mad about gentrification in their neighborhood.
What are we talking about?
Do it to people in Vietnam, Thailand, increasing demand for and shit. I don't see, and they want to do it to any area in the United States. Now it's 400 grand. Now I can't.
Okay, I'm trying to get into the arguments, guys.
You also are making it unaffordable for them to live as well, and you're going to be treated as such when you move and she's all right. Don't flash him too much. Yeah, go stand over there. Go stand over there. She's trying to get famous. All right. Don't flash him too much. All right. Don't flash him too much. Yeah, go stand over there. Go stand over there. She's trying to get famous. All right. So get it back. Flash him too much. All right. Don't flash him too much. Yeah, go stand over.
Okay. My brother, you living good down there. Like you living good down there. Enjoy the time. There's no reason to hate on your boy. Anyway, let's hear the points. Let's hear the points.
Let me play the clip.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go.
When I'm talking about just a lack of awareness, it's either one thing that's a lack of awareness, or number two,
okay.
Yeah. Hold on for a second. He's either lack of aware or he's aware that he's doing it and not giving me credit intentionally. So let me see what we got real quick, just so you can see here. And this is called shrapnel. This is called shrapnel. What happens is,
okay,
two people have a discourse.
Yeah.
And in people's adjusting during the discourse, somebody else gets hit.
Okay.
And what I got was shrapnel.
He's talking about like collateral damage, but he's placing himself in a place to say that what MTR is doing and are saying, this is me. I invented Thailand. I invented freedom. He ain't supposed. Okay, let's just get into his arguments.
In this case, I got shrapnel. I wasn't even involved in the conversation until I heard what I heard.
Okay.
And I heard it this morning, and I stood
Please
up
get to it, Coach.
Watch this.
CJ, please get to it.
Pull this up. Okay, here we go. Right here.
Okay, let's do
she is just right. All right, she is just right. Age person. How old are you? 19. She says. All right, here we go. 19? Nah, we don't know. Yes. All right. Hey, could you bring me a
DSE Nueve means 19. Right. I got to see in my last Spanish class in high school, but I know that.
Ratchia. Here's the video. Let's play some of the video.
Okay.
Take off his belt, and then you start to realize
he about to put fire on that ass.
Be able to just get away with yes, sir.
Right.
That's what's gonna happen.
Okay. Let's go.
Shout
out to AMS.
But somewhere in this video, I'm gonna stand up.
You gonna put belt to ass?
Belt to ass. Start pulling off my belt. All right. So for all you guys,
okay. This is React Inception. We like 5 to 6 reactions deep right now. You got AMS, you got me, you got CJ, and we 4 levels deep, baby. Let's go.
Video where the passport bros get their ass kicked. Let's stick around.
All right. Let's go. Yeah. All right.
And I'm gonna end up. I don't know where this might go.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Anyway, guys, I want to just say I support the passport bros.
Okay.
Rather than a bitch complaining,
you're doing something about it. Yeah. Okay.
With the True Force Loneliness guys and the MGTOW guys, I would rather for men travel than make videos bitch on the internet all goddamn day.
Sure.
I would rather for you guys to do that.
Here's the thing as well, and I think this got lost a little bit in translation from the people watching. Well, I think a little bit I lost. Him saying that he supported Passport Bros is not what I originally picked up from his video, but then also AMS does video from a dating coach perspective, okay? What I was talking about in my videos really had nothing to do with women. I talked about that this is about a lifestyle. I had an epiphany. Mm-hmm.
Let me stop it right here. I'm gonna stop it right here.
Okay.
Okay. So as you can see, they have the music.
Yeah, you're gonna get them a copyright, baby love. Relax.
So as you can see, damn, my screen getting small as hell. All right, my screen getting small as hell. So he said,
okay,
right there, my video wasn't about women. It was about lifestyle.
Yeah.
My music wasn't about women. It was about lifestyle. For some reason, this damn screen here on StreamYard, I can't.
Is that it?
I mean, actually, it's all messed up. Let me see if I can pull it up over here. All right, you guys can see this real quick. All right, my video wasn't about women. It was about lifestyle. By the way, if you're just joining the stream, I actually just reiterated and demonstrated that the free agent lifestyle has always been about that.
So he's trying to connect me saying the word lifestyle in a reaction to AMS is copying him.
That's what the free agent lifestyle was. In the book, I say get your passport. Not.
Are you serious?
Women. He says my video wasn't about women. It was about lifestyle. Let's let him continue to see what he goes.
Okay, there's more. Here. Okay. Let's listen.
Let's backtrack it.
Let's listen. Video from a dating coach perspective. Okay. What I was talking about in my videos really had nothing to do with women. I talked about that this is about a lifestyle. Yes. Okay. And that's why I talked about this no idea more of a hamster passport wheel. Bro, because it seems like the idea of a passport bro has a lot to deal with women. That's why I'm thinking about the term, or whatever the term is going to be, freedom bro, visa bro.
Okay. I see the guy in here mad. Lifestyle.
Freedom bro. All right, let's keep going. Listen, pay attention.
No, it wasn't just about lifestyle. I would have let that slide.
Okay.
But freedom bro, freedom lifestyle. See, y'all thought I was tripping.
You are tripping, Coach Greg.
See, I know. See, I have to slow cook y'all to let y'all get it and understand. Oh, he owns the word lifestyle. Huh? It wasn't about that because I had to let it play. Freedom, bro. Freedom lifestyle. Let's back up. Let's back up. Because y'all thought I was tripping. Freedom, bro. Freedom lifestyle. That sounds like passport, bro, plus the free agent lifestyle. That's what it sounds like to me. Or am I tripping?
Oh,
am I tripping?
You are tripping.
Let me rewind it again so y'all can see.
Yeah, let's. I'm gonna tell you the reach is actually insane here. The hoops that you have to go through in order to establish that me seeing Freedom Bro, and anybody who was on the stream, the AMS stream before, you know exactly why my face is like this. And I'll prove it to you guys. I wasn't the one who came up with that term. People in my chat super chatted Freedom Bro. People in my chat super chatted that, and we did a poll. I'm going to bring it up here in a quick second. If he wants to say, which is so crazy to me, that he's sequestered from free agent lifestyle, he's sequestered Freedom Bro. If he wants to say that, which is already crazy enough as it is, let's go a level deeper. I never even came up with the word. I never came up with the terminology. And I'll prove that. But let's see if he says anything else.
The Freedom Bro lifestyle.
This is insane.
Okay, hold on for a second.
I'm so disappointed. To do with women. I talked about that this is about lifestyle. Yes. Okay. And that's why I talked about this idea of a passport bro, because it seems like the idea of a passport bro has a lot to deal with women. That's why I'm thinking about the term, or whatever the term is going to be, Freedom Bro, Visa Bro, to change the direction. It's not about women. It's about life. Bro, we can do better than this, man. Lifestyle. That is a completely, fundamentally look at his face. Important differential if you define a passport bro and whatever term that I coined into the future. It's about lifestyle. So I think some of the points that I had was, yo, you know what? CGA, I have full ownership of the weird faces up on YouTube. You are not allowed. What's he doing? You are. Am I doing it right? I can't see both at the same time. You are not allowed to take the weird faces, baby. Only I hereby have ordained that the weird expressions, that's only me, baby. That's only me. Nobody else was supposed to take the weird expressions but me. That's me. Pay me my royalties. Order. Order, I say. Order in this courtroom. Only I am supposed to be able to make weird faces. Do you guys understand how crazy that this is? You know what? Y'all didn't believe me. Y'all don't believe me. I never even came up this whole stream that he's doing, and he's saying that I'm copying him. I never even. Let me bring up. This is actually insane. And this is the word that I was thinking about was Visa Bro, because I wanted to step away from this idea of all of the bad branding around the passport bro. I wasn't even, I don't think about him. Apparently he thinks about me. It's not even a, and that's no disrespect, but I go out my way not to watch other people's content. So I don't accidentally say someone else's shit. I go out my way. I did a video on Rollo Tomasi. This is like 2 or so years ago. And I talked about, I've heard that he has fantastic information in his book, but no disrespect to him, I won't read it because I don't want to lift ideas, even accidentally. Right. And I say something that I read a year before and it just comes top of mind because it was a good entry in his book. I don't even want to do anything like that. But let me prove to you. Okay, here was the original stream. The same thing. Here was the original stream. Looks like the poll is acting up, so we can't post it right now. But I'm a expat bros or visa bros. I might do a poll in the community chat post so we can all consider it. All right, freedom bros. Oh shit, that's a good one too, baby. Ooh, yo, I got the best chat known to mankind. Y'all can't visitations. Listen, if I could have a moderator right, guys, I was taking advice from the YouTube chat. I did a community chat post where I put the top ones that the audience was coming up with. One of which that they came up with was Visa Bros. They're coming up visitations. They came up with refugee. The only one that I first said was Visa Bro. That's the only one that I came in here and said. So this is fundamentally incorrect. Some of these all down. All right. We got to put it up. We got to come up with the perfect name. You understand? Hold on. Let me fast forward this. We got to come up with the perfect name, baby. All right. Did you wash your hands? Absolutely not. Listen, we're not going to do this today. All right. We're not going to do this today. All right. We're not going to do this today. All right. Let's go.
Money. If I was in New York City.
Hold on. I do a poll in the community chat post so we can all consider.
Rights? No, it was.
So I'm getting older now. You got to protect the black, right? Be right back. Hold on. Hold on. Looks like the poll is look, Freedom Bros. He said that the video freeze goes over towards the bathroom. Expat Bros. Acting up, so we can't post it right now. But I'm a expat bros or visa bros. I might do a poll in the community chat post so we can all consider it. All right, freedom bros. Oh shit, that's a good one too, baby. Ooh, y'all got the best chat known to mankind. Expat explorers. It's not even a term that I came up with. It's not even a chat that I came up with right up on here. Freedom bros. So if he wants to say that somehow I'm thinking about him and I've thought about this thing and now I'm going to steal it and take it for myself. If he wants to say that, that's already crazy enough as what it is, because I'm saying, hey, what should the name be? I came in with Freedom Bros. I came in with Visa Bros. And then back up in there, they suggested other things for people to say. Okay? Were other different names that would be important. Okay? Now, here's the thing. As I'm saying things like this, whether or not we actually, expat explorers, whether or not we actually, if this is something that I actually do, airport bros, whether or not this is something that is actually done. Okay. And then also too, I did a community chat post. Hold on. Let me see. View your channel. Post. I did a community chat post. The community has spoken in today's live stream. Okay. And I put the live stream down up in here. We are trying to come up with a new brand because Passport Bros is too tarnished in today's society. Help us out by voting on which option below best communicates purpose, respect, and lifestyle for this new movement. Okay? The one that won out, at least in this poll, was refugees. I also put in there, do we keep fighting for Passport Bros? That's the one that won out within this one right here. But again, this was audience suggestion. Okay? If he ever sees this, brother, I've not read your stuff. Okay? No disrespect. I'm not thinking about your stuff, your content. I'm not, bro. I'm not. And that's why I think that a lot of this is from a content perspective, right? Like, I don't mean harm. I don't mean disrespect, right? But it's like people take it as that. So I'm like, what is this? Right? Like, I don't know, yo. I'm not sure. And it greatly confuses me and it greatly disappoints me. But that's the evidence right there. If he wants to say that, well, the audience came up with it. You better get up on the person who said it into my live chat that said Freedom Bros, if that's what you're angry at. But, I wasn't thinking about you, bro. It is what it is, though. Guys, let's get into some of these super chats real quick just to ensure structural integrity of the stream. Damn, y'all been lighting up the super chats. Hold on. Oh, shit, I just lost the chat window. How do I... Oh, shit, I just lost the chat window. Oh, there it is right there. Yeah, so if he ever sees this, you know, hold on, let me see this right here. Y'all can't. If he ever sees this right here, someone show him a screenshot of this. It's right up on the screen. They're suggesting it, not me. Okay? There it is. Hopefully at some point we can have a private conversation. We could just chat this out because again, hopefully this is just a content thing, right? We can all go, do the content thing. This is the last time that I'm going to talk about this or address this, but like it's right there. The audience came up with it. Anyway, I'm belaboring the point. I'm going to go through the super chats here in a quick second, but let me just get back up in it. Most so focused on lifestyle, whereas AMS might have been focusing on points on dating. And just like I said in my original live stream, is that the conversation involving women is as a caveat, is as a result of your lifestyle. Whether or not you choose that lifestyle to be your kingdom within the US or you choose your lifestyle to be a kingdom somewhere else where you can do it at a much more interesting feat. I remember when I said that. Sense. Let's go. Okay.
Have gotten ridiculous.
Okay.
I would give you that.
Now, some dudes gonna say, I'm still tripping. Some dudes gonna say, Coach, you still tripping.
Okay.
Coach, it ain't about who came up with it, who make it hot. Somebody still gonna say I'm tripping. Somebody still gonna say, Coach, man, you don't own freedom. You don't own lifestyle. You don't own the fact that you talk about it not just in terms of women. You talk about traveling for yourself, for your lifestyle. You still think I'm tripping?
Take me back to Thailand, baby.
Y'all still defending this shit?
Take me back to Thailand.
That is a direct jacking of the free agent lifestyle. I mean, how much more closer can you fucking get?
Wow.
Bro? How much more closer can you get to take it?
You know what's interesting is I think he said, I said collateral damage. I think he said splash damage or something like that. It's not in that direction. To me, it's in the other direction. It's that I said something and he became upset about something that I said. And then now I'm talking about something that he said, which just is blatantly, patently untrue. This is what happens. Let me not.
Philosophy and just say, I'm thinking of coining a new phrase. I'm going to coin a new term. I don't even know what to coin it yet. Maybe lifestyle, maybe freedom lifestyle, maybe freedom bro lifestyle, maybe visa bro. It's already trademarked. Don't worry about it. He can't take free agent lifestyle.
Dog, I'm not.
Say freedom lifestyle. He can certainly do that.
Dog, I'm not.
He can certainly do that. There's nothing I can do about that. But that is him straight going in to the entire model of the free agent lifestyle. That is the entire, everything he just said is the model of the free agent lifestyle. I read it earlier for the latecomers here, just so you guys see here. All right. And I'm going to have to do this again. This is why, for me, I don't really do the main event until later because people come in the door and they start asking the same question and they start over and over again. I got to repeat myself.
Yeah. It's the negative of live streams.
But let's go back and see what's going on here. The free agent lifestyle is a self-development and social philosophy largely directed at men that advocates for intense personal independence by prioritizing financial self-reliance, peace, quiet, and freedom over traditional relationship structures like marriage and cohabitation. And then they go in here in the core concepts, radical independence, encouraging men to focus on their self-respect, physical health, and personal growth. Right here, rather than spending time, money, and energy trying to impress partners or fit into societal's expectations. This is a rejection of traditionalism. All right. It advocates for avoiding marriage, cohabitation, and long-term relationships. But if you read the book, it goes into that a little bit deeper.
Okay.
It's not just avoiding it.
I think this is the main point.
And then it says prioritizing financial and personal freedom, focusing heavily on escaping the plantation. He's a bro. Freedom.
Okay, why is he accentuating plantation? It's actually not something that I said either. And in fact, when it called AMS a plantation bro, I rejected that. I don't think that he is. Yet he may not have traveled like that. So his perspectives on travel, lifestyle is just a little bit different. But it's not something I said either. Guys, let me address some of these super chats real quick. I seen a bunch that came through. Let me address some of these things. Shout out to the Shire Cat. You got all this smoke for other content creators. Why did it for Abba and Preach when they called you out? When did Abba and Preach call me out? Damn, I would have reacted to that in a heartbeat, baby. Shout out to Caterpillar. Is that the same super chat? You got all the smoke for other content creators. Why did he go to another account to super chat that? Please send me a link to that. I'd love to be able to see it. Let me see. MTR, are you really going to pretend that Freedom Bro lifestyle is? It wasn't free. First of all, it's not Freedom Bro lifestyle. That's what he's saying. It was suggested Freedom Bro in the chat, and then I included it in the poll on the YouTube video. He said that. That's actually not what I said. Go back and listen to it. And this was super chatted, looked like about 30 or so minutes ago. So I'd love to see what that person thinks right now. Let me see. $2 super chat. He's sounding hurt. I got no beef with the brother. Hopefully he sees this and then, he can understand that ain't nobody trying to copy. MTR, happy you found peace, sir. Hey, come on, let's talk about it. Short for Ling. Oh, I appreciate the $2 super chat because I did not understand him when he said that. All offense due, but it comes off as corny to even have issues over ninjas traveling, as if folks only started doing it because of him. Listen, man, I just disappointed. Now, meanwhile, I actually, when I talk about things that I've done with his name in it, yeah, there was the what's the guy's name? The Wilson guy, the Andrew Wilson one. There was points in there I agree with him. There's points in there I agreed with Andrew Wilson. But I try to call these things, from my perspective, as fair as I can, down the middle. But do you guys remember this cult classic back here? Marriage Isn't Worth It. CGA versus the Roommates, heated debate. Now, this was 3 years ago. And again, when I see him doing debates, I'm like, boom, let's have a conversation about it. Who remembers
also did the
Hafiz? Who remember? Yo, put a 1 down up into the chat if you remember Hafiz. Remember that? Hafiz. Absolute cult classic. Now, this video right here got 166,000 views. And he absolutely cooked Hafiz alive.
The paternity test and shit like that. But Jerry Springer also had a male physical.
Montel might hear this right now. But
See, I'm not here to challenge anyone to a physical fight or challenge their masculinity. However, we know how to survive in those environments. And that means you can't be overly masculine. You have to present a side that's going to address the consumer to sell dishwater or dish shampoo and that type of thing. So what's happening is men had to create their own lanes, essentially jump on YouTube and other platforms.
It's decentralized.
To get the mic to be able to say what they want to say without being canceled. So
TOS.
This is the beautiful time we live in, because now we get to see it. Even if you don't agree with it, you get to see it. It's another perspective. And it can't really be shut down, but it can be shut down.
I want more of that. I want more content like that. I want more content setting men up for success, because like I said, the future.
This brother was green right here, man. He got cooked alive.
The reason why America is the way it is, and everybody can attest to it, is not enough people are connected to their family and too many people are connected to the state. We need stronger families. We need men.
He's thinking right now, does she want to hear the truth, the whole truth, or nothing but the truth?
Come on.
Or does she want me to lie? Or does she want me to lie? Yes. Yes. That's exactly what it means, Baba. I said this last night. There is nothing from a digital footprint perspective. If I go up on her digital media and I don't see twerk videos, I don't see bathing suit photos, I don't see tongue hanging out their mouth and shit like that. If I see dressing where she's covering up her tits, if I see family photos,
they might hide that.
Right? Shout out to Casual Jim.
Dog, we memed him. I tried to meme him. So when he says like he doesn't get his credit or his just due, I don't know what he's talking about. I've always shown respect towards him, and I've never said anything negative about him. But so that's why I'm disappointed to see this, right? And he could have reached out to me behind the scenes. We could have had a conversation, but that's what makes me think that this is more about content. and doing things publicly, for clicks and views and, as opposed to doing stuff that, is not like this bicker, this back and forth and like all this different type of stuff right here. So, but this was a classic. I might leave this one. I might leave this one down in the description box. If you guys want to see a cult classic stream, probably one of my highest viewed live streams at that time. You know what I'm saying? Just absolute crazy, absolute jokes. Look at the background too. Like this is taking me back right here. This is back in, this is the last place I live in. So this is back when I used to live in Ohio. Damn, son. Sheesh. All right. Anyway. I think that's all that I need. Let's go through any of the additional super chats. I think I made my points within this. You know what I'm saying? Let me get up into let me see. Xanatos Clutch says someone's mad that a younger dude found a way to go overseas and not have to pay for peace leaf. I think he said peace leaf. Is that that's what he's saying? Shout out to Getmo with a $5 super chat. So when they made the automobile, did Ford tell? My bad. Let me put this up. So when they made the automobile, did Ford tell Honda, tell Kia or Cadillac that they could not make automobiles? Shout out to damn. Listen, let me talk to the audience real quick. Let me do this. Let me put this up on the screen real quick. Shout out for the love. Shout out for the respect. Shout out to you guys for continuously coming back and showing up for me with your generosity, with your love. It's truly humbling. Thank you so much for the $100 super chat. I appreciate you. Okay? Thank God for granting me this moment of clarity, this moment of honesty. The world feels my truths all through my hard knock lifetime. A gift and a curse, I gave you volume after volume of my work. Jay-Z, these lyrics somewhat resonate. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Shout out to Homie as well as Giombo of being the super chat sponsors of this stream here today. Thank you guys again for your generosity. Okay, let me go over here because I do have a boxing here in a quick second. I gotta motivate out of here. Anyone who knows about converting currency already knew how the USD stretched in other countries. And that's the thing. I knew about that previously. Obviously, I was 13 countries deep before I went back to Thailand. So I've traveled abroad, and I've seen people say like, oh, he's new over there, he's green, he doesn't know about these things. But I think that it hits different when I was in a period of burnout and also still in this grieving phase of, the death of my father. I've talked about this previously. My father and I speaking about, and y'all know how important my father was to me, all right? He was part of the content on the channel. But when I talked to him specifically about places that we can both travel to, places that I can take him, the thought is we were going to start a little bit more domestically, and then what's up with an international trip? And at the age of 66, 2 to 3 years removed from retiring from the New York City Public School District, he never had that opportunity. And I reflect on that. I think through that. I also think through, if I'm coming up in my algorithm, I see people talking about, this is my last video, I got a stage 4 cancer diagnosis. And this is coming from someone who's been through cancer. So it hits a little bit different, okay? Anyone who knows, all right, especially if you have family in the military, shout out to D. Lloyd. Appreciate the $5 super chat. I never seen a person get so much hate just for living his life. The content must continue, all right? Shout out to Haynes. UNCGA should stream to hash this out. I'll talk to him behind streams. I don't want to go back and forth regarding this. Hopefully he can see this content, but who knows if it's going to be his narrative or not. He's still going to say these. If he still says these things, then I know what it is, because all you got to do is watch a little bit of that stream, and I'll give him credit. Maybe he probably didn't see the stream. He just saw the thing of AMS, saw that, and he has such an affiliation to the brand of Free Agent Lifestyle, and that's what he chose to do. Maybe he didn't see the group chat suggesting Freedom Bros. And I never said Freedom Bros lifestyle or whatever it is that he's saying. It was Freedom Bros. I showed you the proof of the stream of people suggesting it. And then I also showed you the community chat. Doesn't even have the word lifestyle. Right? I even know at this point, continuing to go back and forth on this is just completely belaboring the point. But I don't know. I extend this olive branch to him if he wants to have a private conversation. We can absolutely do that. And I think that that's fine. Nobody has the copyright on travel. WTF is this man talking about? He mad you did an interview with Zoom to Thailand. He is deaf. Tripping. I don't know what the motivations are, to be honest with you, my guy. So, but shout out for the $5 super chat. Okay. Let me see this. Check out this other video. Passport Bros don't have game. MTR game. I'll take a look at it after the stream, perhaps. Right, but like the reason why I saw it. But let me also tell you guys this. I have the mentions on my channel turned off, so I don't see when people like tag me and shit. But the reason why I saw his video is because he wrote a comment. And I'm probably going to turn this off afterwards as well. But like if someone over 100,000 subscribers comments on my channel, I can see those comments. And I saw that comment. And then I clicked in and went over to the page. And I was like, oh, he's about to do a live stream on me. Cool. Let me finish up my video right here because I'm interested in, based off the title of the video, what was going to be his points and positions of rebranding towards something that he has already created. He's a copycatter. Okay. So I'm probably going to turn it off as well because you guys already know I prioritize my mental health as much as possible, going up into this new year. So, in fact of the matter is that I'm able to create this degree of value, not having to go back and forth with different things that people are saying specifically or directly about me. Now, I have done reactions to a DJ Academics. When he mentioned me on the Fresh Pit podcast, I was like, let's go. Let's go. But he's way bigger than me. And I know people will click on the video because of his name and the amount of value that he has established. But also, too, I say to myself, and I did it with this video as well, as I said, how is it that they're coming and they're addressing the point? If it's just complete mud, if it's just complete disrespect, if it makes no damn sense, then I'm just like, man, just go completely by this. Let's continue on cutting through the noise. But for this, and because I've talked about him on the channel before, I was like, let's do a live stream about it. Okay. But shout out my guy. I appreciate that. Let me go up here and find if there's any more. Yo, this new system, it's just so difficult to see everything. Let me see. These dudes, shout out, Nick. They're really jealous of you, MTR. I don't know. Shout out to Kama, see? With the $100 super chat. Welcome back. Shout out to Kama for also co-sponsoring the stream here today. Yo, the community. When they show up, they know how to show out. Thank you so much, Kama, for the love, the support, and always for your generosity as well as your respect. I appreciate you like you don't even understand. But thank you so much for the love, all right? Y'all are in here just dropping bombs on your boy. All right. He's in here right now. Oh, was it? I'm looking at the super chats right now. I can't see any of the normal chats. Let me go back over. Let me see. $20 super chat. CJA did some serious Dalcine from Street Fighter reaching. There's a lot of reach there, but it is what it is. Let's see if he reaches out. Let me see. But thank you so much, brother, for the $20 super chat. Let me see this. I meant to say song, not lyrics. My mistake. Shout out to homie. Sidebar. I believe the use of the term lifestyle specifically is triggering to CGA, not just free. I guess the word lifestyle is the conundrum. I don't know, bro. But shout out to you for the $5 super chat. I don't understand it. Shout out to Patience. Oh, Patience coming back through again, baby. Y'all lighten up the streams for your boy. Y'all lighten up the super chats for your boy. All right. Breaking news, man discovers other people can say the same words. More at 11. Shout out, Patience is now the stream sponsor. Shout out, Patience. Thank you again so much for the love, baby girl, all right? Let me see what else we got. CGA doesn't get along with peeps, man. It's not just you. Let me see. So awesome to see another live stream. Thank you, MTR. Shout out to Long Walker. Been a while since I saw your name, brother. Let me see. Shout out to AJ. All right, been a fan since the Rep Cut talks. And MTR has always preached about getting out your hood, traveling abroad. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's been 5 years ago that I shouted out Zoom to Thailand for what it was that he did. I didn't know that he was over here doing, CJ was over here doing, I don't know. CJ hurt he has not received just due for his contribution, but blaming the wrong person. Shout out my brother for the $10 super chat. Shout out to Boogie. I'm stealing. Here's the thing. Fight me. Boogie, you can't steal. Here's the thing, baby. Those are words that I crafted. I created those things. Boogie, you Order, I say. Order. Boogie. Show some respect, all right? You can't steal. Here's the thing, all right? Fight me, MTR. Hashtag progress over perfection. Damn, he's utilizing my sayings as well in the damn super chat. Show some respect, Boogie, all right? Shit. All right. Last but not least, CGA Endgame is tricking. Passport Bros is not all about tricking. Big props to MTR. I wouldn't know. I don't watch the brother. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, y'all. For the love, always for the support as well as the respect. I appreciate you guys for coming through, checking out this particular thing. I don't know if I'm going to leave this up. I'm going to take this down, maybe cut it up, put it into a VOD. I'm not sure yet, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, there's no beef whatsoever. It seems to be a difference of opinion. I just don't know how real that it actually is or if this is for content, okay? And, you know, at the end of the day, this is part of the content game. As a content creator, you have to decide the cost-benefit analysis of responding to different things. I've typically not responded whatsoever, right? But when I saw this today, I was just disappointed, and you know, I decided to say my piece about it. So that's what it is that I chose and inevitably did. But I appreciate you guys. Oh, let me go over to the normal one. Let me go to the normal chat. Okay, now I can see the normal chat. Okay, in case you guys don't know, in the software that I use, you click a button and you can only just see super chat. So I had it on there for the entire stream. So I can't manage reading through the normal chat. I got to just manage looking at a smaller list of super chats. So I'm just gonna get confused. Stream ain't gonna be focused. All right. Plus, I'm still working on my stream muscle. You understand me? I'm still working on my stream muscle. You guys let me know. Put a 1 down up into the chat if you guys think I should live stream a bit more. Did you guys enjoy yourselves here today? Did you guys enjoy yourself here today? Put a 1 down up into the chat if this was completely bogus. This shit was trash. Put a 2 down into the chat. No. Put a 1 down into the chat if you bang with the stream. Put a 2 down into the chat if you thought that this shit was ridiculous. MTR, just get back to your VOD game. That's where you do well. All right. 1, if you appreciate it. 2, if you thought this was complete and utter trash, let me know. You guys already know I like to survey my community, okay? Last but not least, viraltovalue.com, all right? Link to it down in the description box down below. It's how I take everything that I've learned over the past 8 years. If you want to fast track, if this is what you want to do, content creation and commentary VOD format, I've mastered that game. I put my thoughts into a curriculum, and that is accessible on viraltovalue.com. It is my new thing. If at all you are interested, I suggest you click the link down in the description to go up there, and there's a lot more information up there to see exactly how it is that I am positioning this. Shout out again to all of the supporters, for the love, support, as well as the respect, is what I always say. Thank you guys so much for coming through. Thank you guys for just building community for me. And here's the thing, as I look at, you know, the comments, the weight of the comments that are down up in there specific to what it was that I saw abroad. When I see the weight of those comments, and that's no matter if you're already there and you were trying to figure out the words to consolidate in order to come up to the the general opinions or ideas that I came up with, or if you haven't seen it, but through my words, you understand what it was that I was trying to communicate. That helps me understand that it is not the last time that I talk about this particular subject, and we've just begun. Shout out to everybody that's down up in there. Thank you guys for coming through again. I appreciate y'all. And as always, I will see y'all very, very soon. Take care, y'all. Hold up, how do I do this?